Scenario Knightley. What have we got in the preparation material? Well, we've got an email from the beat officer for the village of Clayton, who's rather concerned about a letter in the local newspaper from the neighbourhood watch coordinator who we're about to meet. And we also have an email from the local inspector who is telling us what the current priorities are for the area. What we'll do now is we'll look through at how we can plan that whole scenario following the PA plan, and in particular we'll consider how we can conduct the introduction using IMQ1. Let's have a look and see what we need to do then. Knightley, it's very nice to meet you. Can I say from the outset that I value the fact that you're a neighbourhood watch coordinator. The neighbourhood watch is a really valuable organisation that can help keep people safe and feeling safe, and critically your role as a coordinator helps to be an interface between the police locally, such as myself and PC Baker, and the members and the wider public. So thank you for all that you do to help. During this next meeting I want to think about ways in which we can make sure that Clayton residents are kept safe, and importantly that they feel safe. Now, before we go into more details, how active is your neighbourhood watch? In such a way, we've quickly and swiftly set out our stall. We've encouraged good relations by valuing the role, and we're looking just to find out, is this a one-man band? What's going on in terms of this neighbourhood watch? Let's think about probing. There's a number of issues we want to get through. We won't want to waste too much time, but it is important to touch on them. The document in the letter obviously refers to fears that local people are not safe. Is that the view of the whole neighbourhood watch, the local community, or just this role actor? We need to find that out quickly. It's mentioned that there are gangs in the village. Seems quite strange for a village. Let's find out about that. Let's focus in on the college in particular. What is the relationship like between the role actor and this PC? Have we got a bad PC? Have we got a poor relationship? Have we got an unrealistic role actor? Does the role actor understand PC Baker's role, being an officer covering not just Clayton but a wider area? The graffiti issue is clearly something which has been picked up by the role actor, thinking this is connected to the youths from the college. The information we have clearly shows that's not the case, and that might be an important piece to clarify in order to give some reassurance. The role actor seems to think that there may well be a risk of vigilante action taking place. We need to know about that. And it may well be that the role actor has some knowledge or doesn't have any knowledge about the current policing priorities for the area. Now this part is really quite sensitive. The whole ethos of citizen-focused policing is such that we want to be accountable and respond to the local needs of communities. However, we are a finite organisation, the resources we've got are not unlimited. We need to think about making the best we can out of the resources available. It may well be, therefore, that a thorough assessment of the risk of antisocial behaviour in Clayton may reveal that the risk is low, and that actually the resources are best used in other areas, and this may well be something that benefits Clayton as well, because it stops the wider problems reaching that village community. Looking at the solutions, well, in the short term, we want to make sure there's no more media without discussion with us first. The neighbourhood watch coordinator, in that role, it will be seen as a representative of the constabulary. That's not appropriate when views are being expressed which are harsh and not necessarily representative of the police. So we'd want to make sure that if the neighbourhood watch coordinator feels they need to have any further media input, that they speak with us first to make sure that we agree with the comments they're going to make. The ultimate sanction in that is that if they cannot go along with that line, well, unfortunately it would appear that they cannot be the neighbourhood watch coordinator. It's not something we'd want, but there needs to be some understanding about the limitation on when they can claim to be acting on behalf of the police. It would appear that a public meeting now to assess the wider fears of the community would be relevant. It may well be something that can be done really quite quickly and easily, being such a small community, and it may well be something which we can use the role actor to do. The role actor can very often be a resource. It would seem relevant that a meeting takes place with the college principal quickly. That might just be the candidate, it might be the candidate and the beat officer, it could even be the candidate, the beat officer, and the role actor meeting the college principal. We just need to get it done quickly and understand their views about the current situation. It may well be that they have activities which could be made available to young people to help reduce any potential fear in community about antisocial behaviour. And we need to speak with those youths themselves to see if they understand that they can cause fear, to see if they've got a perspective on this as well. And in the longer term, we want to make sure that there's regular meetings with the Neighbourhood Watch. It would be good for the candidate to meet with the Neighbourhood Watch in the near future. And in future community engagement meetings, whether or not there is youth antisocial behaviour going on, now that the subject has been raised, regularly reviewing it would be useful. It may well be that when the community is able to say that they have not got particular fears about youth antisocial behaviour, then the very process of asking the question and them giving the answer causes more reassurance to take place. And the next steps are that whilst going through the solutions phase, in around about a month, it would be relevant for the candidate to meet again with the role actor to see the outcome of those steps and to ensure that they are satisfied with the process that's gone on and the results that have arisen from it. And also, in the next steps, we want to be making sure that there is regular role actor and beat officer consultation and meetings taking place. And that really sums up Scenario Nightly. It's not a scenario where we're going to be taking lots of steps. What we are into here is making sure that we've understood the issues correctly, and if things are as quiet and as reasonable as we think them to be, and that our priorities are elsewhere, then we need to be active in making sure that there is a reassured community, which allows us to focus on the issues elsewhere and to deal with the reality of crime.